So this continues me going through each of the volumes of the manga Vagabond and just giving my first impressions and thoughts. I gotta say once again that I'm just really loving this manga. Maybe the fact that the story is somewhat based on history, or just the fact that it's just a really great story. But whatever it is, I'm just really invested in it and I want to see more. So, Volume 3 covers chapters 22 to 31. It begins with Takezo becoming the man we know him as today, Miyamoto Musashi. The characters Taquan and Otsu both agree to tell everyone that Takezo is dead, and now Miyamoto Musashi can start a new life. But Taquan tells him to always keep Miyamoto Village, his birthplace, in his heart. And a few years end up passing, and it's now spring, and Musashi is 21 years old. He's still on this quest to become the strongest man alive, and so he heads to Kyoto to challenge the Yoshioka school, which is said to have the strongest swordsmen. In particular though, he wants to challenge Yoshioka Saijiro, and he's said to be the strongest in the school. So the name Saijiro is important to take note of. In Eiji Yoshikawa's book titled Miyamoto Musashi, just like with the manga, Musashi traveled around the country training, and he was said to be 21 years old at the time, and that's when he challenged the Yoshioka Dojo in Kyoto. Yoshioka Dojo was a famous house of swordsmen who, during the Muromachi era, taught kenjutsu and battle tactics to the shogun's family. In the novel, Musashi had a duel with Saijiro, and just like in the manga, he was the head of the dojo. This duel was fought with bokken, which are wooden sword, and he ended up breaking Saijiro's arm. After the battle, Saijiro retired from his position as head of the Yoshioka school, and he became a Zen monk. Whether or not it's gonna go down like this in the manga, we'll have to find out. And I've been told that the manga is a little different from real life or the novel. An interesting element that's addressed in this volume is Miyamoto's appearance. What's interesting is Musashi in real life was said to have never taken a bath in his life, and even women have turned him down because he smelled so bad. Whether or not that's true, I can't really see how anyone can go throughout their whole life never taking a bath. I just think that the general consensus is that he was very ragged in appearance from fighting all the time and training so hard. We also find out what's happened to Madahachi, and basically he's become a cuck. His wife Oku is a prostitute, he doesn't have a job, and he lives as a freeloader. He regrets ever leaving Miyamoto Village, and he especially regrets leaving his fiancée, Otsu. He left a really good woman that cares about him for a prostitute. Something a lot of men unfortunately can relate to. So, we're told that Denchichiro is actually more dedicated to training in the sword, where his older brother just likes to hang out at the pleasure district. Musashi states that he has no master besides his father Shinmin Mudasai, who whipped him into shape, and all he's had was the mountains and everything in them as a teacher. One of the students takes note how his position doesn't resemble any styles. His style has no set form. We also meet Ueda, who's a disciple of the founder, and he's said to just be as strong as Saijiro and his younger brother. When Saijiro arrives, he draws his katana at lightning speed, cutting Musashi's wooden sword in half, and also slashing his forehead in the process. He then casually walks back out, heading back to the pleasure quarter, while Musashi wants to fight him more than ever. We also find out that Musashi's dad was the only one that was able to defeat Master Kempo, the founder of the school. We also get a pretty exciting fight between Denchichiro and Musashi. They both end up wounding each other, and just before the final attack, the fight is interrupted by a fire that Madahachi accidentally started. So in a way, Madahachi ended up helping. So yeah, this was an excellent volume. And this is the first time we officially see Miyamoto Musashi. So I'm very excited to keep reading this. I'm curious to find out if it's gonna stay historically accurate or if it's gonna change things up a little bit. So far it's staying pretty close to the novel, so we'll find out. So if you're enjoying these videos, let me know in the comments and I'll continue. Otherwise, I'll move on to something different. Let me know. Thanks for watching.